of today, this week. So join us with your cameras on. There's no reason to hide, and you'll hear some of my story coming out today. But I've put this 4-day mini course together for you to really get rid of some of your struggles, get rid of some of the things that are holding you back from creating a life you love. And to do that, you have to step outside of your comfort zone. Or you get to choose to step outside. You don't have to do anything. I want to make sure that's very clear. Everything in life is a choice, right? So you get to step outside your comfort zone and you get to grow and be present this week. Be active. I can tell you the women that have gone through this mini course in the past have had many of them have had major transformation. And they did that not by being a bystander in today's session or the rest of the sessions. They did it by playing full out. Angelica, I had to make you co-host so that you can let people in. I forgot. Okay. So bear with us. We're doing it a little different than we normally do. I promise you the training is great. The technology is just a little bit different than we've done in the past. So thank you for your patience around that as we are working out the kinks. But so as I was saying, the fastest way to healing and creating a life you love is to reconnect to yourself. So welcome to the Kiss Your Struggles Goodbye, Create a Life You Love 4-day mini course. If this is your first time here, drop down first time. And if you've been with me before, drop down seasoned. And if you're one of my clients, drop down clients. So I'd know who's in the room, and I have to look over here. I was telling my husband I need to double monitor this way so I can see you all in one shot. But so let me see what came in. First time, where are we at? Hey, Linda. Been here before, first time, seen my work, participated. If you participated before, just put seasoned. First time, client turned coach. I guess I've been here before. Yes, Linda, you were a client. So, so here's what you get to do. I'm your host, Brenda Kist, and your coach for the week. Angelica, that you see in your screen here, she is also a Be Kiss coach and here to support you. We also have a couple other women behind the scenes that are here to support you throughout the week. So here's what I can promise you. By the end of the week, you will have awareness on the fastest way to heal, to become your most authentic expression of you. And as well as finding that missing piece that's keeping you from moving forward in your life and living peacefully. But I can tell you this, if you're a bystander here this week, you will not get out of this week of what you potentially can. And if you're a bystander here in this class, it only represents how you are living your life. So you get to participate here. You get to be a participant. You get to be active, play full out, commit to showing up. Oh, let's mute. Commit to showing up, commit to being here. And so one of the first things I'm going to suggest is to come off camera. Stop hiding. There is no need to hide. You get to be present, fully here, present. And I encourage you to do that. You will get 100 times more if you allow yourself to be seen and engaged. You can hide behind your camera. You could be doing other things. You can be being distracted, but you showed up here. You decided to be here you decided to come. There's a reason, something inside of you guided you here. Trust that intuition. Trust that process. And I know that what I'm asking isn't easy. I know that because I lived there. I lived in hiding. I lived in not living my life and not participating in my life, so I get it. And it's challenging, right, to put yourself out there. But you have to step outside your comfort zone to get different results. Drop down in the chat, what made you sign up? What has you here? Can you hear me? Yes? Awesome. Okay. So what has you here? Why are you here? You could be doing 1,000 other things on a Tuesday night. I used to sit on the couch and eat all night. So what made you come? What are you looking for? What are you looking to get rid of? Injury and looking for something else as I can't do that job still. Focus on bettering myself. Yes. Yes. So, it reminds me of if we look at bystander, a bystander is someone literally that watches things go by, right? A participant is actually in the driver's seat and not necessarily watching. They're actually participating. They're actually putting themselves into the activity. And so I want to share with you, I had a client that went through my program. Her name is Donna. And she used to be a bystander of her life. She used to sit in the, what is wrong with me? Why is everybody, why can't I have good relationships? Why can't I have money? Why can't I have she wanted a significant other. Why does everybody else get that? She was literally sitting back and watching life go by, right? And through this process of some of the tools that you guys are going to learn here this week, she said that she learned to be able to think for herself, to access a better her by using the tools that you are going to get to learn. Some of the tools you're going to get to learn here. She learned to trust herself, her instincts, her decisions, and believes that she deserves to be the person that she wants to be. And she did that by realizing that she was part of something bigger than herself and not alone. So she started to be connected. She started to put herself out. And I remember when Donna first came to me, she was one of my challenging clients. I would ask her a question and she would say yes. I'd ask her another question, she would say yes. She would give me nothing to work with. I had to literally get her. She was so closed off. And now if you see Donna, she's trusting her intuition. She's being guided. She's being led. She's fully embracing and living her life. Same as my client Shannon. She was a bystander of her life. And she was literally, she had a comparisitis. Anybody have that? Where you compare yourself to everybody else? And you don't. Drop it in the chat if you do. If you have or do. You can just put C. You don't have to type it all out. I don't know how to spell it either. So she literally lived in judgment of herself all day long. And she said going through this course and my Fear to Freedom course actually gave her one of the biggest gifts that she's ever given herself, and that was to be able to treat herself differently, to be able to treat herself kindly, and see her world on a different perspective, her self-worth, her confidence, all by understanding who she is and what she wants. She said before working here, before going through this process, she was trying to fill a hole. And she felt lost and that there was something missing in her life and she didn't know what it was. But she found it. And it was the love for herself, she said. So you have an opportunity this week to begin to connect with you, to begin to connect with all parts of you, the parts you like and the parts you don't like, without judgment. Or you can be like my client Kathy, who was in a deep, deep depression, and she said by doing the homework here and the growth work here, she was even seeing a therapist at the time and couldn't shift out of where she was. And she said by doing these type of exercises that she was able to shift out of a deep depression, and she's felt rescued from despair. So today you get to be there. You get to move through some things. And you're not going to do it by being a bystander. So if you're already participating by putting your camera on, and you're already participating by chatting in the box, give yourself a pat in the back. Like I totally mean that. Like literally love on yourself right now. Right? So today, as we go through all the work that we're going to do today, there may be things that you might not understand or fully comprehend or grasp. Just give yourself permission to go with it, to trust it, to allow yourself to be open to the process, right? So like I said, you are supported this week. We are here for you. We want nothing but success for you, nothing but for you to gain um, tools and wisdoms to move forward in your life. So you have your coach, Angelica. Angelica, you want to give a nice big wave so everybody sees you? Awesome. You have Sherry. I just saw Sherry pop on. You can give Sherry if you want to give a wave. She's here to support us. And Irish is behind the scenes most of the time. You won't necessarily see her here, but she is, you can reach her at team at brendakiss.com. And then, which you can email there if you have any questions, any concerns, or anything that you want support around. We also have a Facebook group. I don't know who, drop Facebook or drop yes in the chat if you're in our private Facebook group, because if you are, that's great. And if you aren't, you want to grab that link, Angelica. I forgot I never sent it to you. um, but in the Facebook group is where you get to be part of a community. One of the biggest things I see over and over and over by doing this work is go ahead and click that link right now so you can go ahead and be added to the group. But one of the number ones I see is that people feel they have to do this alone. And they feel on an island. They feel like nobody understands, nobody gets you. And so the being part of the community gives you an opportunity to realize that you are not alone and that you are here, you will be supported. It's also where we're going to give giveaways and prizes. So you want to be part of that. You want to participate in that. And so I see someone in the waiting room. There we go. Let me, I'm going to go through a lot of different stuff. So you want to pay attention. You want to tune in. You want to be as present as possible. And I'm going to be making offers to work deeper with us, opportunities to get additional support. And I will tell you this, the universe likes speed. The universe likes quick decisions. It likes action, right? So I'm going to give you something right now. Here's our first offer, and we want you to have the best experience this week. We want to support you as much as we can. So we have opened up an opportunity to book a free clarity call with Angelica, to work on any challenge that you have right now, whether it's you want to get clarity around the work tonight, whether it's just something you want clarity in your life. But this is a free 15-minute call that you get to take advantage of. Drop clarity call if this feels like something you want. Free opportunity, 15 minutes to be 100% supported. And I can tell you the work that we do, you can get a lot accomplished in 15 minutes, more than you think you can. And so you get to have that opportunity. Just drop clarity call in the chat and Angelica will message you and you can get that set up. But here's what I want you to know. There is only limited time to take advantage of this. So you want to book your call and you want to book it now. And here's the thing. Once you book your call, keep your appointment. And I want to share for two reasons. Two reasons you keep your appointment. One is that spot could have been given to somebody else that would have kept their appointment, right? So if you book a call, keep your appointment. The second reason is this. Most women that come to me have trust issues. Drop trust if you have problems trusting yourself, trusting your choices.
Trusting your choice.
If you have problems trusting your choices, doubting yourself, overthinking, overanalyzing, drop down trust. That's all trust issues. Drop it in the chat. So I'm ready to pour into you guys today. And I would love to feel you here receiving. So drop in the chat if you're nervous to speak up. If you're nervous to put yourself out there. If you're nervous to put your camera on. Or if you're uncomfortable. If you're like, I don't know who this woman is, I am not participating. So here's what you get to do. You get to open up. You get to be present. So everybody do me a favor, whether I can see you or not, just take your hands, put them up high. Thank you. I wish I knew how to say your name. Starfire? Starfire? Is that how I say it? Put your hands down. Shake it out. There's no reason to be nervous. Trust me when I tell you this is one of probably the safest and most judgmental free, I guess whatever that would be, the opposite of judgmental, place that you will ever be. That's probably one of the number one things that my clients share with me, that they can speak openly and freely without feeling judged. So yay for everybody that put their camera on. I love it. You guys are on a separate screen over there. So yeah, put your cameras on. Be here. Be participants. So get your call booked, right? Go get your call. Get clarity. Let that nervousness be your indication to step up. Nervous and excitement actually have the same response in the body. So you can actually change the nervous word to excitement, and you get to go. And so here's what happens when you have trust issues. It's because you broke your trust with yourself many times. And I get pushback on this often. No, somebody broke my trust. No, you allowed someone to break your trust, or they created a story within you which then breaks your trust. Right? So one of the best ways to build trust in yourself is by keeping your word, by keeping your commitments. You know, there was a lot of people that when they were coming into the group, they said procrastination is one of their biggest challenges. And this is an opportunity to break that pattern by literally setting small, little bite-sized commitments that you actually follow through on. And when you do that, it starts to fill that or build that trust muscle. And then you expand on it and expand on it and expand on it. So your clarity call is an opportunity for you to get support. So take advantage of it. You get to talk to Angelica. She's amazing. So if the clarity call is for you, go ahead and drop clarity. I think it's for all of you. I think you get to all make that leap of faith. It's only 15 minutes to be supported on any topic you want. So this week is all about you, and we're taking the time to help yourself. So pay attention to your resistance showing up, just like now. It shows up like something else pops up. You don't want to participate. All of a sudden you can't come. You have distractions. You don't fully commit. You allow others to come before you. So all of a sudden everybody else has a problem. And so look at the things that are preventing yourself from fully being here. Know that that is resistance. And on the other side of resistance, like, you get to lean into resistance and go for it. That's how you break free. And this course is for you if you want more confidence, more self-love, better relationships, better communication, creating beliefs to create abundance and help moving forward in your life. You can expect to receive tools and healings to help you receive the things that you want in your life. The fastest way to healing and reconnecting and creating a life you love is to reconnect with yourself. So let me start off with a question. What is it that you want to feel? I mean, recognize what you feel now. And maybe you don't have feelings. I didn't have feelings. I numbed my feelings out. So maybe the feeling is numb. But what is it that you want? I mean, think about, what is it that you want in life? Drop down. I've heard people say they want relationships. When you guys were filling out, if you came to the group, there was 100 and some people in there. So if you came to the group, I was reading the questions that you filled out, relationships or money, or to let go of or finding yourself, or discovering who you are. Those were some of the things. Weight loss, a lot of career changes. I read a little bit about. So imagine you had that. What feeling would you have once you have that? Drop it in the chat. What feeling do you want to have? Think about having what you want in your life, and what's the feeling that comes from that? What is it? Peace, joy. Who else? Go ahead. Happiness. Awesome. It's a small class. I can call you all out. Come on. Share. What is it that you want? What is it that you want to have? What's the feeling? Freedom, contentment. Oh, no. What happened? Where are you? Okay, contentment is the last one I saw. What else came in? Sorry, my computer. Happiness. Yes. Love that. So declare this as your magic feeling. The magic feeling you get to have. That's awesome, Meta. So declare the joy, the happiness, the contentment, the peace, the freedom. Declare that as your magic feeling. And realize you couldn't desire this magic feeling if you didn't have it already within you. If it didn't already exist within you, you can't have something outside of you. Everything that you have is already within you, and you get to heal or expand, right? Like we want to expand the magic feeling, and the other stuff we want to heal and get rid of, right? So our goal this week is to provide you tools and exercises as well as emotional releases to help you get on path to be in your magic feeling more often than not. How does that sound? Am I the only one excited about that? Right? This is your opportunity. So I am sure that if you're like many of my clients, I am sure you've tried many things to help yourself. And if you had, drop them in the chat. I've had people that have tried therapy, counseling, religious. This is me. All of this. Religion, counseling, therapy, self-help books, medication, yoga, meditation, exercise, diets. You name it, I tried it. I've tried every exercise under the sun. I had a body dysmorphia, eating disorder. I was sexually molested, so I was hiding all those feelings with my food. And I tried to fix it with all the things that I'd shared. And I'm sure if you've used some of these modalities, some of these methods, that you've had results, but they didn't last. Drop down if you've gone through, you've used counseling or therapy or meditation or self-help books or exercise or religion. Drop down if you've done those and didn't have the results that you were looking for. Just put yes in the chat box. Put yes if you've tried other things, whether it's other classes, other programs, self-help books, self-study. Yeah. So I see that you guys have tried stuff. So what's going to make this different for you? I can tell you that those other programs, those other methods didn't bring you the success that you could have because it was missing the 3 pillars of transformation. With these 3 pillars of transformation, success is inevitable. But here's what I found that are the 3 common problems when you are looking to become your most authentic, creative self-expression and live in your magic feeling. Here's what I've learned is that you may not know what I'm about to share with you, or you may know. So where you are right now, you're there because you don't know any better. You don't know what's possible. If you did, you would be doing something differently, right? So after this week, you will have the knowledge and know-how to realize that you have everything within you to create your magic feeling right now. So you will have choice. that no matter what is going on in your life, you have choice over how you want to live and whether you want to stay in your magic feeling or not. So what you've done in the past, sorry, I have a piece of hair across my face. What you've done in the past is missing the 3 pillars. And I can tell you that these common areas, the first area that I see most often with many programs and many other methods, is that they look to fix the wrong problem. Meaning, people think if I work on my weight, if I work on my relationship with time, if I change my relationship, if I get a divorce, if I get married, if I make more money, if I have the right career, my life would be better. Write down R if you relate to that. If I just lose weight, I'll be happier. If I just got healthier, if I just wasn't sick, if I just didn't have this disease, if I just wasn't injured, or if I just didn't this, my life would be better. I have a dear friend. He was diagnosed with cancer 2020, September of 2020. And he was given, he's my age, I'm 46. He might be a couple years younger than me. And he was given 6 months to live. And it was stage 4 cancer in his lymph nodes. It's pretty serious, right? Instead of looking at cancer and trying to fix the cancer, he went deeper and began to deepen his relationship with himself and focus on his connection to his higher power, his inner thoughts. He is not only alive today, but living beautifully. He even had COVID in March of 2020, right? So here's the thing. It's not the cancer. The cancer didn't give him the poor attitude, right? He actually changed his whole being. The cancer didn't affect, is what I'm saying. The cancer didn't affect who he was. He was always a great guy. So your circumstances, the things going on in your life, will always go on. So the truth is, you have to focus on the areas of the root of the problem. I battled with weight my entire life. It wasn't the weight that was the issue. I'll share more about that this week. It wasn't the weight that was the issue. I went up and down, up and down, up and down. Anybody go up and down in their weight? It's because it was misalignment. When I was skinny, I wasn't in alignment with my core subconscious beliefs, so I had to do something else. And your core subconscious beliefs will win every single time versus conscious willpower effort. So if you're not focusing on the root of the problem and you're focusing on the symptom of the problem, you're just going to trade one problem for a next. Anybody ever hear of a dry alcoholic? That's because they didn't change their being. They just got addicted to some other behavior. And they still have the same personality. So you get to go deeper into the, you cannot just work on the symptom of the problem. You have to go into the subconscious and see what's in there that's causing the underlying issue. Right? The dry alcoholic, or the one person that leaves one relationship and finds herself in the same relationship with a different person, or one addiction to another addiction. And it goes down as simple as this. I guess maybe in March, I have a son that has some bathroom problems, I'll say. And the doctor said, "Oh, I think he's just constipated." Well, there is absolutely no reason for a child to be constipated. So what the doctor wanted to do was to what? Treat the symptom. Let's treat the constipation. Well, that's not the issue. That's the symptom of something underlining that's causing the constipation, right? So let's stop trying to fix the symptom and let's dive into the underlying issue. That's the problem that I see with all the methods that I just shared with you. The therapy, it's only focused, it's not getting to the root of the issue. I didn't stop battling my weight until I actually loved my body just as it was. That I got rid of the underlying belief systems that it was scary to be pretty. It was scary to be thin. Men would hurt you. So we got to get to the root of the problem. If you stay on the solutions, you'll never have lifelong transformation. You might have quick transformation that doesn't last. Anybody go on a diet, lose a bunch of weight, and feel really good, only to gain it back 6 months later, and then you're beating yourself up, probably worse than you did before? That's what what I just described. The second problem I see is that people think they have to do this on their own. I'll just read a book, or I'll just take a self-study class, or I'll just YouTube. I'll go to Dr. Google, or I'll go to YouTube, and I'll figure it out. Well, I can tell you this, you absolutely, positively can do this on your own. And I know people that have. It's just the longest path to your happier self. It's a lonely path. It's the longest path. And it is so much easier to have rapid transformation when you have a guide helping you see in. How many of you, have you read self-help books and still feel like you need help afterwards? You know, for myself, I tried this method for years and I felt like I wasn't getting anywhere. I wanted something. I kept reading books, and I wasn't getting to the change in my life. So I thought I did something wrong. So I read another book and I was like, oh, I must be doing something wrong again. Let me read another book, right? And you get stuck in the perpetual learning and wanting to make more, do more, learn more, learn more, learn more. Who loves to learn? Learning is great. Learning does not equal transformation. Transformation comes from action plus knowledge equals transformation. So doing this, what I mean by this, healing, coming back home into your heart, reconnecting with your heart, is easier and funner when you're part of a team and you're part of an organization and you have a guide or a mentor that's helping you see in quicker and faster than you ever will on your own. The third problem I see often so much is that you pick one area of your life to focus on, right? So some people focus on their religion or their spirituality. Some people focus on their physical with diet and exercise. Or you have therapy or mindset coaches that work on your mind and your thinking. And the reason you haven't got results from this is because your experiences in life don't affect just one part of you. You're a complete being. You have a body, you have a mind, you have a heart or a soul, whichever you prefer. Those words are interchangeable for me. And they all get affected by the experience that you have. And therefore, you have to get transformations for rapid lifelong transformation. You get to work on all parts of you. That's the missing component. In 2017, I broke my jaw jogging. I tripped over my feet, broke my jaw. Anybody break their jaw? I am so thankful I did not have to wire my mouth shut. I had more fear around that than actually, I guess that's the broken jaw, but that's a whole nother story. But what happened was I worked through it emotionally. I worked through it spiritually. I worked through the feelings and the fears. And just this past year, was it in the spring, girls? The fall? I don't remember when it was. A few months ago, I tripped. I didn't fall. I was walking and I tripped and I almost fell. And I felt my entire body light up as if I fell. What I realized was that I did not release the trauma of that experience from my physical body. So I did the work, which you're going to hear about it this week, to release the trauma from my body. So now I worked on all parts, right? So it wasn't just my mind. It wasn't just my emotions. It was, I had to literally release it from my body too. So who wants to know what the 3 pillars of transformation are? Thanks. I got a couple of you. All right. So the three pillars of transformation are, the first is reprogramming your energy, your emotions, your chakras, and your subconscious mind. That hits all part of you, and you already have everything is programmed in one way right now. And so when you do this work, when you work on reprogramming your energy, you actually take the energy that's tied up in feeling negative or hurt or victimized or resentful or angry, and you do exercises to release that, and you redirect the energy, you reprogram the energy to do something else for you, because energy can never be created nor destroyed. So you get to reprogram the energy to then do something else that you want. With your emotions, you get to look at the emotions that you're carrying. All emotions are valid emotions. All emotions deserve respect. All emotions deserve attention. It's when we judge our emotions that becomes the challenge. So you get to reprogram the emotions. And what do I mean by that? You get to feel into the emotion, connect with your emotion. You get to process your emotion so that you can reprogram your emotions the way you're feeling. Who would love to learn that, oh my God, I'm angry right now and I want to be happy? How do I do that? Or I'm sad right now, or I'm depressed right now, or I'm hurt right now. And I would love to know how to just put change in the chat. Love to know how to understand, feel, process, and choose a different emotion. Because when you know how to do that, you will have lifelong transformation. Your chakra is connected with your energy, and it's about connecting with your body, knowing your chakras and what they do. We're going to talk about that today, so I'll do a little deeper dive into that, right? In a few minutes. And the subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind runs 95 to 98% of your activities. And so no matter how much willpower you have, if it's not in your subconscious belief system to be 125 pounds, you will not be 125 pounds for the rest of your life. You may get there, but it won't stay. Or if it's not in your subconscious belief systems to be happy, because you feel like you don't deserve happiness, no matter how much positive self-talk you do, you will not be happy. So you have to get into the subconscious, you have to go into the subconscious, and you have to reprogram the mind, reprogram the thoughts, the stories, the rules and beliefs that you've created through your experiences, through your perception. The second pillar is developing a deep connection with yourself, really knowing yourself, knowing what you like, what you don't like, what feels good, what fabrics feel good, what all these, everything, like just knowing you and having that connection to your higher self, or God, or the universe, or Buddha, or light, or divine, or the earth, whatever it is for you. And I'm not speaking of religion. I'm speaking of simply the connection that you have with yourself and however you want to receive guidance. And then being part of a sisterhood and a community for accountability and support. Those are the pillars for transformation. This is why I developed my process called Transformative Neuro Reiki. And it's because I tried everything under the sun and nothing was working. I did diets, I did exercise. I've done every exercise. I think I was telling Angelica today. I had done walking, running, yoga, HIIT workouts, circuit workouts, strength training. I said the only one I haven't done is, what was it?
CrossFit.
I tried them all. I've done hypnotherapy. I've read 1,000 books. Done I don't know, counseling, spiritual counseling, church. None of it worked for long term. There were small wins, small pieces of happiness. So in Transformative Neuro Reiki, we work on energy healing and deepening your spiritual connection to yourself, to others, to your higher self. We work on understanding, connecting, and processing your emotions so that you can go from wherever you are to where you want to be. And we do this, and we also work on reprogramming your subconscious mind, as well as your chakras and your energy. all while being part of an amazing sisterhood of women. So those that don't know me, my name is Brenda Kiss, and I've helped thousands of women reduce anxiety, overwhelm, self-doubt to create a life of happiness, joy, confidence by reconnecting you back to your heart, back to yourself, allowing you to create and manifest great things in your life with ease and grace. Transformative Neuro Reiki is the fastest way to help you gain clarity around your inner conflict, the person who you are now and the one that you want to be, the feelings you want to have, so that you can see and create miracles in your life by clearing out negative thinking, doubt, and allowing you to reprogram your minds and your energetic body to attract the things you want in your life. And I do this through a step-by-step healing process where you release the old, you clear out the old, you create the new, and you bring forth insight to see what is possible for you. And so we're going to start here today. And what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about the power of tuning in to me, myself, and I, or you, yourself, and you, right? By becoming present, being in the moment. And what do you think happens when you live outside of yourself? When you are not in your body, not connected with your thoughts, you live a very disconnected life. You live disconnected from your truth, from who you are, your soul, your heart. And what I mean by that is you will be living in the world of shoulds instead of in what your heart really wants. I should be doing this, I should be doing that. Anybody should all over themselves? I didn't say shit, I said should. Yes, right? You should all over yourself. I should work, I shouldn't work. I did this for years. I had the life that I wanted. I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom with my 3 sons, and I had a great husband supporting us, and I was shoulding. Should I eat this? Should I go on a diet? Should I sleep? Should I exercise? Should we leave the house? Should we stay home? It was constant. So when you are living a disconnected life, you are living in a life of things happening to you, and you become the victim of your story, and you live in a world of hurt, afraid to take action and do the things that you want to do. Write down relate if you can relate to that. You live a life for everyone else, and you build up resentment and anger, overwhelm, and stress. Write relate in the chat if you can relate to that. I had a client that's all she wanted. And this happened to be me, my first client, right? I literally would play, sleep, feed my kids, take them places, homeschool them. I showed up 110% for them, and I left no room for myself. And the one thing I wanted most in my life was to be a mom. And now I was being resentful to my children because I didn't create the space for me. So not giving to me, I was being resentful. I was bringing resentment to my kids. So it wasn't until I worked on the root problem and I tuned into my needs, my wants, my desires, that I was able to fully be present, fully care for my children, and love and appreciate the life that I have. Maybe it's not your children that are taking up your time, but maybe it's your relationship, your significant other, a family member. Most people do this for loving connection. It's our number one human need, to feel love and connection. So you'll do more for others than you will do for yourself, and putting the things you want on the back burner. Right? Back burner, BB, if you put yourself on the back burner, so that you actually might feel love or connection. And this is what we're going to talk about today: how to tune into your wants, your desires, your needs to create a life you love. So you get to know you. You're going to use tools. You're going to learn tools and knowledge to allow yourself to live a more peaceful, fun, and use these tools to develop better knowledge. So let's just take a minute and begin to ask yourself, or begin to recognize that you get to know you. Who's scared to know you? I mean, I hid from myself for years. I hid with alcohol, I hid with food, I hid with other people's problems. And when I learned I had to get to know me, I was like, I don't know if I want to get to know me. I pretty much covered her up because I didn't like what I was feeling, right? Yes, see, you have to get, you have everything within you to live a life you truly love and to heal yourself and to access your answers. You have to tune in with you. if you do not tune in, the only person that has your answers to love the life you have right now, or to create a life you love, is you. And in order to get to those answers, we got to get to know you. We got to clear out the junk. And I know that can feel scary and overwhelming and maybe even feel impossible. I remember when someone asked me to do that, I was so disconnected and feeling so frustrated and overwhelmed, I couldn't even tell when I was hungry. I literally was eating for every single emotion: happy, sad, lonely, tired, frustrated, celebratory, bored. Anybody else was an emotional, is or was an emotional eater? I mean, I literally, and she goes, just eat when you're hungry. And I was like, I, I don't, I don't know when I'm hungry. How do you do that? I literally had to set timers and then do check-ins so I could check in. Am I hungry, or do I want to eat because I'm feeling something? It's just like my client who did not want me to disclose her name, so I'm going to leave her name out. But she was so disconnected from her life, like literally didn't know when to eat, didn't know when to sleep, didn't know when to exercise or get up or whatever. She literally ran her life from her Apple Watch. Oh, I guess it's time to eat. My watch is telling me to eat. Guess it's time to sleep as my watch is telling me it's sleep time, right? So disconnected. And her emotions were all over the place, literally up and down, because she had no idea where she was. And now, after going through the TNR methods, this healing that I'm sharing, the transformative Neuro Reiki that I'm going to share with you, she's living her best life, traveling, enjoying her family, has a healthy relationship. She actually was able to release weight. I'll have to get the exact number from her, without any specific diet. And this is someone that had surgery, multiple surgeries for weight, diet pills, you name it, she's done it. And it all started with her reaching out for a clarity call. And so I'm going to offer you right now this chance for you to go ahead and put clarity call down in the box if you want clarity, if you want to find some a solution to something that's going on in your life. So write clarity in the chat if that is you. But in order to do this, in order to really love you, you must tune into what you say to yourself and what lies into your subconscious. So in order to release frustration, overwhelm, guilt, fear, resentment, you have to uncover your hidden stories, your buried feelings, process your emotions, and in order to do that, it all starts with this step: tuning into you. So how do you tune into you? Anybody guess? How do you tune into yourself? So I'm going to go through some simple processes. And these simple processes, I was sharing with my clients, I think last night or Sunday. Simple doesn't mean easy. Simple means doable, right? And small, simple steps is what creates big transformation. So here's what you get to do. The first exercise to start tuning in when you're very disconnected. Oh, being busy, by the way, is another form of disconnection. Always on the go, always on the go, always on the go. Or always doing something in your house. You don't even have to, or always busy in your mind, right? Thinking. That's a form of disconnection. So one way to start to tune in, which releases endorphins. Endorphins are the things that make you feel happy and excited and present. So so one of the ways you do that, I'm going to share 2 ways, but you do this. You place your hands on your heart. So let's do this now. Doesn't matter which hand comes first. And I do my heart center. If you want to do your heart, you can. I do my heart center. Close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in and out. Another deep breath in and out. One more together. Breathe in and out. Keeping your eyes closed, just notice what's the first thing you notice or feel right now. the first thing you notice or feel if you went through the exercise? Drop it in the chat for me. What's the first thing you noticed or felt? Field. What is it? Nothing? Relaxing. Yeah. Calm. So that's a way to connect with yourself. That's a way to be present in your body and get connected. That process can go much deeper, but that's just a simple process to get started. Another way to connect with yourself is sit in stillness and quiet. I mean quiet, no music, nothing, just sit quietly. I remember the first time I did this, I couldn't do it. I was a mom of, I was pregnant with my second son. He's 13, so it's quite a bit ago. I don't know if I was pregnant or if I just had him, and someone said, Brenda, just start sitting quietly. And I was like, oh my God. I used to have to set a timer for 5 minutes because I couldn't do more than 5 minutes. I kept opening my eyes. I was like, is it over yet? Is it over yet? And so it's like, okay, that is a practice and you get to go there. And one of the things you can do to start is I like to doodle, like draw or write, either way. Sometimes writing puts me in my head, but doodling in the quiet could be somewhere where you can go. It's just a chance to start tuning in. So if that's a challenge, know that there's other exercises that you can do before you get there. You can work on grounding yourself with your 5 senses while you're sitting quietly. You know, you can have music on, or you could sit outside, or just sit in your room. And just right now, just for this moment, notice your feet. Notice the clothes on your body. And now look around your room and notice 3 different colors that you see. And what's so interesting about this is when you're in the present moment, you can't have anxiety. Anxiety is about, and stress is about worrying about the future or thinking about the past. So use your 5 senses to ground you, to be in the moment. What do you smell in your room? What do you taste? What do you hear? What do you see? Do that once or twice or 3 times throughout the day. It's so powerful. You can also use meditation, or you can use guided meditation, walking meditation, affirmative meditations. I used to love running. That was a form of meditation I would do. Meditation is anything that keeps you in the present moment. It could be coloring in that book, coloring. It could be painting is meditative. Building something could be meditative. Anything where you're fully in the present moment. And the one that we're really going to speak in today, because this was a game changer for me when I learned about this, and I feel is the most powerful way to tune into you, is learning about your chakras. Drop in chakras if you know anything about the chakras. You don't have to put what you know, just put chakras and put no if you know nothing. Chakras are energetic vortexes that are attached to our spine, and when we have hundreds and hundreds of chakras. There's 7 main chakras, and our chakras, when they're in flow, meaning they're in the frequency that they're designed to vibrate at, then we're in the flow. We feel good, we feel open, we feel fun, we feel excited. Our body feels great, life is good, everything is easeful. Anybody want their chakras in alignment? Right, alignment. You want your chakras to be in alignment so you can be in the flow of life, right? And so your chakras, when they're aligned, that's how you feel. When they're out of alignment, you can feel depressed or heavy or confused or hiding parts of you, or physical challenges in different areas of your body. Disconnected, anxiety, doubt, loneliness, closed off. And you can put blocks in your chakras or you know, uh, create disconnection in your chakras through negative thinking, through trauma, through, I'll say, breaking trust, um, through chemicals, through childhood trauma, and I even believe in ancestral lineage. It passes down through, just like heart disease. I believe any type of energetic traumas that our ancestors haven't healed, we get to heal that. Just like allergies or I don't know, whatever else medically gets passed down, right? So, what we're going to do right now, before I go over the chakras, I want to do something with you. Because just like I shared with the transformative Reiki process, there's energetic components, there's spiritual components of each chakra, and there's mental components, and yeah, mind, body, soul, right? The three areas. So before I go into any of them, I want us to do a process. I'm going to move you guys over here so I can see you real quick through this with those that have their camera on. I'm going to put your chat over here. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to take your hands and rub them together like this. And then just pause. And close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in. And out. Another deep breath in. And out. One more deep breath in. And out. Then you're going to take your non-dominant hand, you're going to place it above your head. And then you're going to just allow your hand to come down the front of you. If you want to just take a peek at me, you can. From the top of your head, and you're just going to allow it to come down the front of you. And you're going to notice if there's any shift, any feeling or any awareness that comes to you as you take your hand down through the front of your body, all the way down to your pelvic. And you're just going to notice. You might notice heat, you might notice tingling, you might notice, for me, the area feels dense. For others, it feels like a magnet. Or you could be like me when I first did this. I didn't feel anything. So if you felt something, drop down where you felt it, like your chest, your stomach, your throat, your head. If you felt nothing, drop down nothing. There's no judgment here. I remember the first time that I did this exercise, I didn't feel anything. I was like, what are these people talking about? And I don't know, I don't feel nothing. I didn't feel anything. I didn't feel tingling in my hand. I didn't feel vibrations. I didn't feel your forehead. That's your third eye, Angela. That's your third eye. Your chest is your heart, Starfire. Not much. So what did you feel? Since that's not nothing, what did you feel, Meta? So Starfire, right heart. Angela, right third eye. Christine, you got heart and forehead. So nothing, okay. So here's what happened. The first time I ever did that, I didn't have a connection with myself. I was totally disconnected. So I didn't feel anything. And that was a metaphor in my life. So what if it is nothing? What is it a metaphor for you? What is feeling nothing in this? What is that telling you? Take notice for yourself, because our body tells us so much. Our body tells us everything. You know, we actually started using our bodies as our guidance instead of like psychics and not that there's anything wrong with psychics. I consider myself an psychic and intuitive, but your body is your messenger. Your body tells you all the things you need to know. So what is the metaphor for you? For me, when I felt nothing, it was just like, where do I get to connect? What do I get to tap into feelings, because I had no feelings. So I don't know what it is for you, but you get to ask yourself, what is this metaphor for me? So now I'm going to go over the the 7 main chakras, and I'm going to give you the mental and spiritual component of it. And then you can tell if this relates to you as well. So when our chakras are, like I said, out of alignment, our life is discombobulated, right? So we want to work on aligning our chakras. So the first chakra we'll talk about is your root chakra. Your root chakra is all about grounding, about living in the moment, feeling secure, having stability, being completely present, not worried about the future or worried about the past, not worried about money. You know, you have a solidness to you, and it's not that you're stuck. You have a presence, but you're able to move. So think of a tree, how it's rooted into the ground, but the wind, the leaves can be flowy. So it's like that. You feel solid. You feel flexible. You feel stable and secure. If your root chakra is out of balance, you can feel like you're all over the place, or you're stuck. You lack desire to move. You can have an eating disorder, sleep problems, anxiety, feel lost or disconnected. So if that's any of you, write it down for yourself and drop root in the chat. It's also associated with the color red. And one of the best things that you could do for your root chakra is that grounding exercise that I spoke about just a few minutes ago. The one about being present, using your 5 senses. So that's a great exercise. One great exercise. I'm going to go into, I think on Thursday, another really powerful tool to use for your root chakra. So you'll get to have that on Thursday. Your sacral chakra is when this is in balance. You got creativity. You're fun. You're sensual. You're sexual. You're in the flow. Things are like fluid. Things are just flowing. Just think of water, how it moves. They're just flowing through life, right? If your plan to go to the grocery store gets interrupted and you have to go somewhere else, you're like, oh, okay, that's no problem. I'll go here, right? You literally are in the flow. And when your sacral chakra is out of balance, you're bored. You have your emotions could be numb or all over the place, right? Like completely up and down. This is where we process our emotions. So if there's a lot of emotional stuff, or where you don't process, like you literally just you can have digestive issues because you're not digesting any of your emotions. You're literally like hoping your body digests them. You can have hip problems. You can have feminine problems like heavy periods or problems childbearing or any type of things going on in your feminine organs. That's all affected with the sacral. So if your emotions are all over the place, you're bored, lack fun or creativity, or numb, have no emotions, or feminine problems, hip problems, right? Chakra, sacral. This is a chakra for you to work on. And if it is, one of the great things, we're going to be doing an emotional release exercise tomorrow, Wednesday. So we'll do a process for the sacral tomorrow. But one of the things that you could work on today is finding fun or being creative. And whatever that means to you. I remember I used to say, I'm not a creative person. Anybody say that? I'm not a creative person. My sister's an artist and wanted to be an architect. My dad's an architect. My mom loves makeup and my mom would dress, to the T with her, like change her purse for every outfit. That's my mom, like so creative and fashionable. And I'm like, I am so not creative. Like I don't have a creative bone in my body. And it wasn't that I don't have a creative bone. It was just I covered it all up with junk, with beliefs, with stories, with emotions that I didn't process. So finding ways to be creative is a fabulous way to begin to open up your sacral chakra. So if you wrote sacral, or if this is resonating with you, be creative. Be creative. Do something creative. And you can create outfits. You can create your day plan. You can create something small in your office, like a little bowl of something that makes you happy. I did a flower arrangement the other day. I would have never done that in the past. So do something creative. Also, you can wear the colors of the chakras to support. The root is red, sacral's orange. I'm wearing orange today. The next chakra is the solar plexus. And the solar plexus is where your confidence is. And so if you lack confidence, your solar plexus is out of balance. If you're overly confident, your solar plexus is out of balance. If you think you're always right and there's no room for anybody else's opinion, that is your solar plexus. If you're lacking inspiration, see, the sacral is all about fun and passion. Your solar plexus is about bringing that fun and passion out. It's like your energy. It's your inner light. Like it's your, what is the word I always say for it? And it's your power center. That's like where you bring out to the world, right? That's associated with the color yellow or gold. And one of the best exercises, this was a study done in Harvard. It's called the empowerment stance. I'll show you what it is. And literally doing this for 3 minutes a day increases your confidence. Can you see me? So you put your hands on your hips, pull your shoulders back, and your chin slightly up. It actually opens all of this up. And what's great about that is that you don't have to do that for 3 minutes at a time. You literally could do it for 30 seconds, but 3 minutes a day, and you increase your confidence and you feel more empowered. So, and it balances your solar plexus. Great, great exercise. That's one of the tools that my girls use a lot in the Fear to Freedom program. The heart chakra is all about forgiveness. It's all about loving yourself, and it's all about being able to give and receive, right? If you breathe in, you're receiving, and as you exhale, you're giving. You literally will not be able to live if you're only doing one of those. Breathe in, keep breathing in, keep breathing in, keep breathing in, keep breathing in. You can't, right? You got to actually let it out. So if you're not in giving and receiving, your heart chakra is out of balance. If you're not trusting and leading with love and compassion, your heart chakra is out of balance. And one of the biggest processes to open up your heart is through forgiveness. And there's a great prayer called the Ho'oponopono, and it's a 4-sentence prayer. It says, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, thank you. And this prayer has been known to release energetic ties between people without even having conversations. Energy that doesn't feel good. It's a powerful, powerful prayer. I invite you to look it up. If the heart chakra is your heart chakra and you want access to a Ho'oponopono prayer, I'd be happy to send it to you. Just write down yes to the prayer. I don't want you to have to spell Ho'oponopono. All right. So the next, and the heart chakra is colored pink or green. The throat chakra is all about your self-expression and your ability to say yes when you want to say yes and no when you want to say no. So your throat chakra is off when you don't voice yourself, when you don't share your opinions, when you don't stand up for yourself, where you don't express what you want, or you don't stop talking, or you don't know how to talk and you talk very quietly because you don't know if you should talk, right? These are all indications that your throat chakra is off. So one of the great exercises, so throat chakra is it's blue. It's a light blue, or a dark blue. Honestly, it's a blue. And so your throat chakra, one of the best ways to do that, one of the exercises that I'm going to share with you is to say no when you want to say no in the next 24 hours. Say no when you want to say no, right? The next one is your third eye. Your third eye is about being able to visualize, seeing possibilities, having a vision of where you want to go, what you want to do, who you want to be, right? And most people whose third eye is blocked, they don't know who they are. They feel lost. They don't have a vision of where they want to go. They're stuck in their life. You can also have headaches or even really bad eye challenges, right? So one of the best tools to open up your third eye is visualization and or affirmations, positive I am statements. That helps you to step into who you are and gives you, if you do a vision board or like I just literally have a piece of paper, I drew some things on it for me, whatever works for you, something to visualize, or affirmations, or both. I think Sherry, one of her first times in here when she came to us years ago in her first one, she made affirmations and put them all on colors and put them on a board, and that became her vision board for her third eye. So pay attention because I'm going to give you homework. All right, the next one is your crown. That's associated with the color purple, so you could wear purple, any type of purple. It could be purple jewelry, purple clothes, anything purple. The next one is your crown chakra, and this is where you are fully connected. Oh, the third eye is also your intuition, like following your intuitive guidance. This is where you're fully connected, fully surrendered, knowing that something bigger than yourself, whether your higher self, God, the universe, light, love, divine, is guiding you. And the best way to work on your crown chakra, so if you're feeling lost, feeling like you have to do it all, you can't ask for help, the heart is also with help, but just don't know, don't feel connected at all, right? So that's your crown chakra. And you want to detox your thoughts through meditation. So meditation is one of the best ways to open up your crown chakra. So hearing all of this, what did your chakras tell you? Drop it in the chat. What did your chakras tell you? How many had more than one chakra? There's people nodding. How many have more than one chakra? And if that's the case, here's an opportunity again. I'm just going to message this, share this with you, because you get to have a clarity call. And your clarity call can just be Angelica helping you with determining what chakra for you to work on this week, right? So you get to take advantage of that. So drop clarity call down if you haven't already to set up your free call. So, oh, hip injury. Yeah, that's definitely sacral. So I can hallucinate as to what I can go there, but I won't. You'll find more about the sacral tomorrow. We're going to be doing an emotional release process tomorrow. So your homework, your growth work, right? Homework is no fun. Let's call it growth work. The only way to grow is to continue to do stuff. Consistent small actions, right? Simple actions. So you get to do your growth work. So you get to pick one exercise that I talked about here, one chakra, and do the exercise that I shared to help bring balance to that chakra, right? To help bring balance to that chakra. And here's what I'm going to say. You get to share a picture of that in our Facebook group. So if you haven't joined our Facebook group, Angelica, can you drop the Facebook group again in the chat? If you haven't joined our Facebook group, that's the only place you're going to win prizes. So you want to actually come win the prize there. And so you're going to share a picture. So if you're working on your root chakra, you can simply have a red shirt on and take a picture of yourself in a red shirt and put it on. Or if you're coloring, you can take a picture of something you colored. Give yourself take the action, right? You guys just learned a lot. You just took in some information. You just brought in some awareness. Started to know you on a little bit deeper, or maybe not deeper, but just bringing awareness to some parts of you, right? So take the action on here. It reminds me of my client, Tiffany. She had a super challenging relationship with someone in her life, and she would be triggered every time she talked to this person. So she used all the tools in the transformative Neuro Reiki process, but the one she used the most with this relationship was the Ho'oponopono. I mean, she literally would say the Ho'oponopono over and over again in regards to her relationship with this person. And that process alone helped her shift her relationship to one of easier and more effective communication. And so she was able to move forward, and she was also able to heal that relationship a bit, and also through the other tools that I shared here and even more, she was also able to leave her job as a stylist and create her own business. And she's been on her own now for 2 years, successful by using all the tools that she's learned through the Fear to Freedom program. These small tools add up to make big changes. And as you focus on these 3 pillars that I was sharing with you today, as we focus on these 3 pillars, you will have lifelong transformation. Tiffany was a client prior to COVID, and she's still using the tools and still living her best life. She actually just got back from a beautiful vacation. So you get to use these three pillars of transformation to have lifelong transformation and get off the emotional roller coaster, get unstuck, be connected, live happily. You know, when Maria did it, she said it helped her to listen to her intuition, to trust the process of life. It helped her connect with her and believe in her inner voice and awaken to her true self and release her fears. So take action. Action. Remember, action plus knowledge equals transformation. Sitting in class tonight listening is not going to create transformation, and there's nothing more than I want for you than to transform. That's my mission, is to help women transform their lives to raise universal consciousness. Take action. Take pictures of what you're doing. Make a post in the Facebook group. If you don't know how to do that, email team@brendakiss.com and we'll support you so that you can participate. Participate. Do not be a bystander in your own life. Be a participant and take action. So post in the Facebook group. Post in the Facebook group a picture of the growth work that you're doing. Tomorrow we're going to dive deep into the emotions, into the sacral, and because your emotions are your attraction factors. What you attract in your life come from the emotions, stories, and belief that you're storing in your body. Tomorrow is a breakthrough day. Most people that attend day 2 of this training, they come feeling heavy and they leave feeling empowered. So all of this is the knowledge that you've gained, the awareness. Tomorrow is the releasing. And we're going to make sure we get to the root cause tomorrow, because it still might be surface level of what came into your awareness today. So continue to play full out. Continue to get uncomfortable this week, because this is where you access freedom. And it reminds me of my client Judy, who came to me with a lot of judgment. She did not want to participate. She didn't want to talk. She didn't want to be involved. She always came late. And you know what? She just completed a year with me. And now she's manifesting, creating things almost instantly in her life. She literally said one morning last week, I would like an extra $500 to come into my account today. And by that night, $500 extra. She got a tip. Someone tipped her $500. Instantly. She goes, man, I should have said $8,000. So she goes, I said $8,000 today. I want extra $8,000 a month. Don't you know she signed a new contract? And now which created an extra $8,000 a month for her? The next day, because she cleared out all the shit. She's losing this. She's participating in her life. She's tuning into herself. She's using the methods that we teach here. You know, Jen came to me passing her life by, not living her life, literally being a bystander of her life. Now she's living her life, trusting in herself, believing in herself, feeling more confident. She was able to release 30 pounds, not by going on a diet, but by getting to know herself and releasing the stored up emotions in her body. So this is your chance to start breaking the mold. Your chance to take action to create a difference in your life. And all you get to do is post something on Facebook in our private community. How easy is that? So make sure you tune in tomorrow for our breakthrough day so that we can create more of this magic feeling. Thursday's all about rediscovering who you are and stepping into your fullest potential. Friday is a bonus healing where we're going to really dive deep into healing certain areas of the chakras. It's going to be a powerful, powerful session. And then we have 2 bonus trainings over the weekend on Saturday and Sunday. And I'll tell you more about them tomorrow. So you got the schedule, you got the growth work. Before we go, drop in the chat what your takeaway is tonight. What did you realize today for yourself? What did you realize today for yourself going through this session today? Anyone? Bueller? I'm open to change. Yes! Awesome. Awesome. Anybody else want to share before we go? Oh, awesome. There you go, Linda. Love it. you could take a picture of what you do. You don't have to take a picture of you, but you know what? You get to step out of your comfort zone and take a picture of yourself. It will be super empowering. My chakras are all off. Well, that's okay. That's why you're here, right? You're going to get balanced this week. I promise you, you'll have some ways to, you get to work on whatever one that you choose. But this week tomorrow will be a big breakthrough day to release some of that, to put your chakras back in alignment. All right, remember, action plus knowledge equals transformation. I cannot wait to see your pictures tomorrow in our group, in our Facebook group. If you haven't joined, make sure you're joined. Make sure you participate. Be a participant in your life. And I can't wait till tomorrow. Bye, everybody.